Good evening. I would like to welcome you to the February meeting of the Farmington Board of Education. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I would entertain a motion and a second to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? I would entertain a motion and a second to approve the minutes of January 24, 2023.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? None. Communications, student voices, High School Engineering and Technology Department, Mr. Eric Johnson, and students, please come forward.
Hello, and thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to be here and let some of our kids talk about some of the things that they've been doing. Farmington has had a career and tech education program for a while. We are, in our area, we're mostly engineering and computer science. There's lots of other great career tech things happening at the high school level. But our students are from engineering and computer science, so you get to hear about that. February is Career and Tech Ed month, so it's kind of fitting that we get to speak during this time. The two students that I have with me are kind of our standout students. They're students that really kind of go beyond what we want to accomplish in the classroom. Obviously, we focus on engineering skills and computer science skills, but it's more about problem solving and critical thinking and the communication side of it. And giving them an opportunity to speak to a group is going to be a good experience for them as well. It's those transportable skills that we look for, and these two have really done a fantastic job both in and out of the classroom. So with that being said, it's my honor to welcome two of our students, Mr. Whitebach and Ms. Tessa Hand. They're both in their fourth year of our program, and they're going to share some of the things that they've done and the impact that our department has had on them for their high school career and hopefully beyond that.
Hello, I'm Wyatt Bach. I'm a senior at high school, and I've taken Computer Science Essentials, and I'm currently enrolled in Computer Science Principles. And the Engineering and Technology program has provided direction for my future. It has really guided me in the direction that I've wanted to go, and these classes have not only helped me realize that I really enjoy computer science, but that I am quite good at it. I will use these skills I've learned to major in computer science at Missouri State this fall. I'm currently using these skills at US Tool as I am part of an internship. I am helping maintain an inventory management application with the software department. We are really grateful.
Hi, I'm Tessa Hand. I'm also a senior over at Farmington High School. I have been in the engineering program for 4 years now. In that time, I've taken Introduction to Engineering Design, Principles of Engineering, Engineering Design and Development, and Computer Integrated Manufacturing. These classes have really helped prepare me for having a real career in engineering and technology. This past summer, I had the opportunity to intern over at MoCap, and I was able to use a lot of the skills that I learned in my PLTW classes in my internship. I'm excited to continue my engineering education this fall at either Missouri S&T or Georgia Tech to pursue mechanical engineering, and I am very grateful for the opportunities this program has provided me.
I think we're going to look at some pictures now. So this was at the Tech Week that we did at, I think it was here, wasn't it? No, Jefferson, that's where it was. I knew that. And This is an opportunity that we had a few months back where we talked with some 3rd and 4th grade classes about what computer science and engineering really is, and then we brought them through some coding. We also showed them a robot.
Yeah, that was a robot I had built for one of my classes.
And we really use this as an opportunity to, kind of plant some seeds in, maybe get some future people in this program. So look at those smiling faces. I think that's it. Oh yeah, here's this part that I was supposed to read. We are really grateful to have had the opportunity to take these classes while still in high school and look forward to seeing where the program takes others. Thank you.
Thank you. This time, we'd like to call on Mr. Chad Mills and the coaches for the 7th and 8th grade basketball teams.
We are here to celebrate championship basketball. So our 8th grade girls won the conference championship, and our 7th grade boys and 8th grade boys both won championships, and they're going to talk about their players and talk about their seasons. Coach Callahan, why don't you come up first? Oh, absolutely. Have them come up here on the stage.
Come on up, girls. These are the girls that were able to represent us tonight for the 8th grade girls basketball team. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you.
There you go.
Kate Jinkerson,
Caitlin Heberly.
Ella Pierce, Braylon Allen, Trinity Brawley, Addison Vance.
Okay, a little bit about the season. It's always an honor to get to do this. And we had a really fun season. The girls started out winning the St. John preseason tournament. And then we went on to play AV, and they were a little bit of a battle for us. We ended up winning, we ended up with a overall record of 13-2. So we did get the large school conference. We beat Fredericktown by 2 points to win that. It was a battle between the two teams. And we got seated second in the conference tournament, and it didn't really go as we planned. We ended up losing in the semifinals, and we ended up playing Fredericktown again for the 3rd place game. The girls, we went to the locker room, ready for my speech, and they just said, "You know what, Coach, we've got you. We got you." And I thought, you know what, okay. And sure enough, we beat Fredericktown by 20 that night. So they ended up, ending their middle school career with a win. Not only are they great basketball players, but to me, they're great people. They're great young ladies. We did some things outside of the basketball court. We actually rang the bell for the United Way, and we adopted 2 students in the Farmington district and supplied Christmas for them. We had a Christmas party, and we did white elephant gifts. And we went to Cece's and had dinner. So we try to do some things outside the basketball court. But these are some great ladies, and the high school is very, very fortunate to have them coming up in the basketball program next year. So I want to applaud them, those that are here tonight. Thank you. Thank you all.
Wait a minute. Oh, no.
Making them come back. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thanks for your hard work.
Congratulations. Thanks, Coach. Good job.
Thanks,
It's because they're nervous. Next up will be Coach Shaw and the 7th grade team. 7th graders, come on up.
Let these guys announce themselves.
Chase Owens.
Nolan Blankenship. Wyatt Stroker.
Max Crabtree.
Lucas Wade.
Jace Williams.
Owen Burt.
Baylor Bowling.
And I'm Coach Shaw. I want to give glory and honor to God because without him, I couldn't be the coach that I wanted to be. I also want to thank the superintendent and the incoming superintendent for their support, the board members, the athletic directors, the bus drivers, the principals, the admin on duty, Coach Noble, the cheerleaders and the coaches, the managers. We should have had managers come up here too. Julian, you don't want to, and Brant Marler is supposed to be up here. I also want to thank my family because they've been really behind me the whole way, and I also want to thank my team. It started this summer when all of us came together, and we was over in the field house just trying to put it all together. And I just remember some guys that came in that worked really hard and improved. And I remember one of the parents came up to me and was like, I really see such and such improve. And I'm like, yeah, that's good because they was working hard. You know, we worked hard in practice, and that was one of the things that I told these guys, the constant communication, player and coach. I told them, work hard in practice. When we get to the game, it's going to be fine. All right, and these guys did it. They worked very, very hard. And we went 14-1 this year. I'm so proud of them and what they done. They listened. I didn't have to get on to nobody this year in practice. They all worked hard. Even they got a little frustrated at times because we just kept working on things that we need to work on. And I tried to explain to them, we have to do this so we can be successful. And you guys did it. And I'm so proud of you guys. And I also want to thank the parents and the grandparents because without your support and your help, this wouldn't be. So I really appreciate that. And I hope everyone was happy and I hope everyone was blessed by this season. I want you to give these guys a hand.
Good job. Take too long to hug everybody.
Good job.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks so much.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good job.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Good job, Coach. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks so much for your hard work.
Next up is Coach Noble and the 8th grade group.
Okay, we'll let these guys introduce themselves as well, along with one of our managers who didn't get up here with the 7th grade.
Ethan Shopper, Brody Wilson, Easton Gershner,
Ryder Gallagher.
Josh McCarthy,
Mason Moore.
Tanner Thompson.
Chamberlain Tisher.
Anderson Tisher.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to second everything Coach Shaw said with the thank yous for everyone. He mentioned about everyone, so I don't want to repeat that. Thank you, everyone, for your support. But I do want to acknowledge two parents who spend a lot of time with these guys in the off-season, AAU ball and select ball, Tim Shoppert and Jay Moore. I just tried to build on the foundation that they put together with these guys, and it was great the last 2 years having a chance to work with them. Let's see. Okay, so we had an undefeated season. When you have an undefeated season, it's kind of hard to pick out individual highlights, but we won every game, defeated every opponent. We really dominated for the most part. And these guys had the work ethic, they have the character, they care about each other, they care about their coaches, they treat everyone, their opponents well. Just a class group. But whenever we made up the goal, said we want to be an undefeated have an undefeated season, you don't do that very often because you want to be able to reach your goals, but you also want them to stretch you and to challenge you. And after watching these guys play last year as 7th graders and having them this summer, I knew that the only goal that could stretch them would be that, and they bought into that. So we decided we were going to strive for an undefeated season. They were undefeated conference, regular season conference champions, undefeated conference tournament champions, and like I said, won every game that they played. If I had to pick a highlight, though, you would have to go back in December, where we had to play our two strongest opponents back-to-back. We had to travel to Jackson on a Tuesday and turn right around and travel to Cape Central on a Wednesday. We defeated Jackson at their place by 5 points in a real tough ball game. Got back on the bus the next day, drove down to Cape Central, and won that game in 2 overtimes. We were behind in that game. Well, actually, we were behind at halftime by 1 point. We had as much as a 7-point lead, I think, pretty late in that game. But they hit a shot at the buzzer to take us to overtime. We got down by as much as 5 points in the first overtime. And with about 10 seconds to go, we scored on a traditional three-point play, tied the game up, went to a second overtime, and then hit a shot at the buzzer to win the game in the second overtime. And that's pretty much sealed our undefeated season, I felt like, because I knew these guys were the most talented group around, and they proved that. So congratulations to all of you, and I'll have more to say about you individually when we have our get-together at school in April or May to our awards banquet, okay? So I want to just say, parents, you should be very proud of these guys, board members, community. And I told Coach Callahan, and I want to mention last year's 8th grade. We didn't have a chance to come up here last year with last year's 8th grade. If you've watched our varsity play, 2 of those guys are already contributing on the varsity, playing real meaningful minutes, and the other freshmen are really having great seasons in their roles as freshman JV players. Another outstanding group. You combine them back-to-back with this group and back-to-back with this 7th grade bunch that you just met. I've told Coach Callahan that the cavalry is on the way. They're on the way. So we're looking forward to what these guys are going to do at the high school. Thank you very much.
Good job. Congratulations. Good job. Congratulations. 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 Good job, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Good job.
At this time, I would like to call on Ms. Amanda Sheets to recognize our featured teacher and Heartland hero from the Washington Franklin Elementary School.
All right, good evening, and thank you for letting us recognize those who have made such an impact on Washington Franklin. We'll start with our feature teacher. Our recognized feature teacher this evening is Mrs. Madeline Frazier Lunsford. Mrs. Frazier Lunsford served as a 3rd grade teacher in our district for several years and left lasting impacts on both her students and coworkers. Although I did not have the privilege of working alongside Madeline, she was my daughter's 3rd grade teacher, and I know firsthand the lasting impact that she made with her students during her time teaching 3rd grade in our district. Tonight, I would like to share some of the amazing things that Madeline's students and coworkers shared about her when nominating her for Teacher of the Year during the 21-22 school year. Madeline is always reflecting on her teaching and making notes for the next school year. She is able to admit when something doesn't work and able to make better plans. Madeline is great at sharing her lessons and her activities with her colleagues. She is always willing to share information with other teachers in the building and work alongside others for the best interest of her students. Madeline reflects with her team after professional development to review the content learned and to come up with ideas to implement the new strategies into her day-to-day teaching. She collaborates to make existing content meet the increasing level of rigor and attempts to make learning engaging and challenging in each content area. Madeline treats each student with empathy and respect. We have witnessed her on multiple occasions de-escalate a situation. This could be a peer-to-peer conflict, a student having an issue at home, or a student who is having trouble regulating their emotions. Mrs. Frazier remains calm in different situations and makes sure her students know the clear expectations in each area of the school and classroom. She speaks to students in a kind and respectful manner at all times. Madeline takes the time to build deep relationships with each and every student every day. Each day, Madeline begins with checking in with her students. They perform a daily check-in where they answer questions about how they feel, if they would like to talk to the teacher about what is worrying them, while also filling her in on their day-to-day life. She takes the time to read each response every day to ensure that her students feel safe and welcomed within her classroom. We feel as though each student leaves her room feeling loved. When asking students how they feel about her, they stated, "She's loving, caring, and trustworthy teacher. She challenges us in our classroom to be the best we can be. Mrs. Frazier always helps us learn in a way that we can understand. She is the best." Madeline's students are always beaming when speaking about her or talking to her. Each student walks into her classroom with a smile on their face every single day. Thank you, Mrs. Frazier Lunsford, for your dedication to our students. Next, we'd like to recognize our Heartland hero. A Heartland hero is hardworking, empathetic, responsive, and optimistic. Heartland heroes are individuals who are often unsung heroes who lead quietly from behind while making great impacts on those around them. This year at Washington Franklin, our Heartland hero has embodied what it truly means to serve others, selflessly and unwaveringly. The We Love Washington Franklin group from Memorial United Methodist Church have gone above and beyond to serve our school community at Washington Franklin. Many of these ladies, who were once educators themselves, can be seen as hard workers dedicating time in our building by making copies or laminating for teachers to show empathy toward the needs of teachers who are busy educating our students. Our heroes are responsive to our every need, ensuring that our teachers feel just how valued and appreciated they are by bringing us treats or meals during the holidays or busy times of our school year. Oftentimes, these ladies reach out to our school community to determine what our current needs are. Whatever the need, these ladies are never too far away and are always optimistically volunteering time and resources to support not only our teachers at Washington Franklin, but our students as well. These ladies have demonstrated what it means to be a true hero, and these ladies inspire and lead by example. It is with great privilege that I present the Washington Franklin Heartland Hero Award to the We Love Washington Franklin ladies of Memorial United Methodist Church. Thank you, ladies, for your dedication.
And gentlemen. And gentlemen. And pastors. And Pastor Chris and Pastor Liz. Come on in. Everybody. Everybody. It's an all scale. Ladies and gentlemen. Everybody jump in. You'll find in your packet information regarding the monthly financial report and the monthly discipline report. At this time, I'd entertain a motion and a second to approve the consensual agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consensual agenda. All those in favor? Those opposed? Thank you. This time, I'd entertain a motion and a second to adjourn to closed session.
I make a motion to adjourn to closed session to discuss personnel pursuant to 610.021, paragraphs 1, 3, 13, and 14. Second.
Yes. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great night.